Hi there, YouTubers. This is Ron, and this is my Chinese Shizu CZ300-1 lathe. It's a 12 by 36. I've owned it for 19 years. I have to say that all the bad things I've heard about Chinese lathes, this one does not hold true. I have had a couple of problems, not much. I had a bushing go out in a change gear, and it was making a heck of a racket. But I made a new bushing. Everything's working fine. I use this machine almost every day. Uh, now it doesn't get heavy duty production type work, but it does get used a lot. I've manufactured thousands and thousands of parts on here, and it's been a good lathe. I can't complain about it. When I first got it, something came loose in the apron, and I don't remember what it was exactly now, but the apron stopped moving. So I took it apart. It was just a loose bolt or something, and I fixed it, put it back together, and it's worked ever since. Uh, like I said, I bought this lathe. I bought it from Enco, and it doesn't say Enco anywhere on it. It says, let's see if I can get it in there close enough, Shizu Household Machine Tool Works. And I've kind of looked around YouTube, and I found a few videos that showed things like repairs to them and all, but I've never seen anything kind of say anything about the lathe. And it's in good shape. It's really held up well for as much as I use it. I use it, like I said, almost every day. And I can't, like I said, cannot complain. Cannot complain about it at all. And just wanted to see if I could put something on YouTube that would tell us, show you what these Chinese lathes are about, because I know there's a lot of newer ones out there, and they look a lot better now than this one does. I just ordered a Grizzly 14 by 40 gunsmith lathe. I ordered that because of the fact that it has a 1 9/16 spindle bore, and all the material I use in what I manufacture is a 1.5 inch diameter. So I've always had to cut short pieces with this lathe, as I only have a 1 7/16 bore through the spindle. So I bought the 1440 Grizzly just because of that spindle. I did a few checks on YouTube, and I went through all the forums and everything looking to see what people said about the Grizzly. And for the most part, it's gotten good words. A lot of people say, no Chinese, can't deal with Chinese. But if it holds up half as good as this one, I'll get my money's worth out of it, because this lathe has paid for itself 50 times over. When I bought it, I paid, I think, $19.95 for the lathe and the stand. It's like I said, it's been a good one. Cannot complain about it whatsoever. And this is my first video. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little jumpy. And I'm taking it with my cell phone, although it's supposed to be HD. I don't know how well that works. Oh, another thing I just added recently was the a lower style. It's not a lower, naturally, but a lower style tool post holder. And I should have done that years ago, because it's amazing. The only reason I bought the thing a couple of years ago, and I never put it on, because of machining the T-nut. And you can see I've got one. I machined one down and got it working, and this thing is a dream. Easy setup on your tools, easy to get it centered. Everything's just great. I'm really happy with that. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the lathe on so you can. It runs good, quiet. The only thing is that bushing that went bad in the back gear. That gear still makes some noise, but it's not that bad. It's livable. That's about it. I just wanted to say, and this is, like I said, this is my first YouTube. I'm going to take a shot at it, see how it works. Hopefully I'll get better at it. You see the little digital scale I'm putting on there. I haven't quite figured out exactly how I'm going to do it yet. I bought them for all the axes on the lathe, and I want to put a backsplash on it and mount these little display units. I don't know if you can see it there. These little display units. and I want to mount them in a row, and I pretty much make this a DRO lathe. I've used it for many years without a DRO, but I'm sure it will be a lot better. With that, I'm going to about end it on this, and next time maybe I'll take you around my mill. I have a Chinese, well actually it's a Taiwan mill. I've had that longer than I've had the lathe. I bought that probably around 1990 or 1989, and it's been a good mill too. It's an Acra mill, and I bought it here locally, brand new. I think I paid $4,500 for it when I bought that, and like I said, a little less than $2,000 for this. And it did come from Enco, but you can't find Enco's name anywhere on it. So if you want a lathe for general use, I don't know. I looked around. I found some used ones, but they were wore out. I had a friend of mine loan me one, and it was an old. I don't remember. I think it was. I'm not sure it was a South Bend, but it used a leather belt to turn the headstock, and it was really wore out. There wasn't much left to it, so I gave it back to him and went and bought this. And I'm self-taught. I do all the machining I do. I learned how to do it myself. I never had anyone. Never went to any school. Never anything. And like I said, to date I've made thousands of parts in this. You can see the stock up here. That's the stock. I make housings out of that, and I put a little encoder in them and use them for like a tachometer output drive for some instruments that I build. And I just sent 2 out, so I don't have any completed ones to show you, but that'll be the next 2, and when I get them done, or while I'm doing them, if I can figure out a way to hold this camera, I'll add those to the next video. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this won't be the last video. Bye.